Hey there, my Langley Leopards. I'm excited because we're going to start something new today. We're going to talk about texture, and texture is the way something feels. So most artwork is flat and smooth, and you're not allowed to touch it when you go to an art museum. But you can see texture. So artists put lots of lines in their texture that they draw so that you can see the way it would feel. So my sweater is bumpy and you see lines that look like the texture. So we are going to make a pretend monster because we know that monsters aren't real. We're going to make a pretend monster. He's not going to be scary. He's going to be silly. And we're going to add texture on him because I believe that a monster would have a lot of texture on him. But before we do that, I found a story of my Benjamin's when he was little, and it's about monsters, and it has texture in it. So I hope you enjoy Never Touch a Monster. You must never touch a monster who has smiled at you and waved. It may look warm and friendly, but it isn't well behaved. So look how the artist put these circles to make it look bumpy. You must never touch a monster who has asked you around for tea. It wants you to put you in a pot and eat you probably. So here's some more texture with some dots. All right. You must never touch a monster. It's a silly thing to do. Ignore it if it smiles and says, "Hello there, how are you?" Uh-oh, look, some more circles. And these are smooth and bumpy. See the next one. Oh, you must never touch a monster. You should always hurry by. Just keep on walking past it and don't look it in the eye. Look at this monster. And I want you to look at all these different monsters. And don't ever touch a monster who's hungry for its lunch. It might just see you coming and decide to take a munch. All right, so those are lots of different silly monsters. So Mrs. Jones is going to show you how I'm going to make my monster. And I'm going to use shapes to draw it first. And then I'm going to fill it up with lines to make my monster. So, of course, yours does not have to look like mine. But they are not going to be scary and they're not going to be hurtful. They're not going to harm anybody or anything. Got it? Okay, so here we go. Here are our monsters. All right. The first shape I'm going to do for my monster is I'm going to make a big monster head. After I do my monster head with a circle, then I'm going to do a big oval for his body. He already looks silly because his head is so big. All right, for his legs, I think I'm going to do 1, all man, 2, all man, 3, all man, 4 legs. Because he's my imaginary monster, so he's going to have 4 legs. For my arms, I'm going to make a long, skinny oval. Now, it doesn't quite look like a monster yet because I have to add the monster details. So I'm going to go ahead and add a texture of a spiky horn on his head. Cool. And then I think I'm going to add, he has to have some spiky hair to make him look like you don't want to mess with him. Ooh, he kind of looks like a lion too. Lion mane, okay. And now I need to add his eyes. He's going to have 2 big oval eyes, and he's going to be looking over there. All right, for his nose, I'm going to connect his nose with this big old nose, and then he's going to have a silly mouth with a silly tongue. All right, so now I'm going to fill up my monster with lines inside his body to make it look like texture. So if I do these straight lines across here, it kind of makes him feel like he would be bumpy. So if I went like this, it looks like he would be bumpy. Let's see. If I put lines like this on his body, it would make him feel scaly and maybe even a little sharp. So I'm going to fill his body up with these scales, kind of like a fish. So I've used straight lines, I've used spiky lines, and I think down here in his legs, I'm going to fill them up with dots because they're going to be a little bumpy. Ooh, I think I need to put some spiky little toenails. So I want you guys to have fun making your monsters. We're going to start them in class this week, and then we're going to finish them with lots of colors next week. So you can practice on your own, and then when you come to art Zoom class, if you can make it, we are going to add lots of colors, and we're going to finish in our silly monsters. I'm so proud of you guys. You're doing amazing. Keep up the good work. Have a great week, and don't forget to look at your Google Slides and learn all about texture. Love you. Bye.